Signal 27 in this bitch. You know how it is. Duval County. We back. All day and all night. Yeah. All day and all night. I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. I'm long, black, and strong. I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. Little booty cutie. I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. Duval County. I represent that bitch. Yeah. Long, black, and strong. I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. A little booty cutie. I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. The Duval County. I represent on that bitch. Yeah. I'm long, black, and strong. I put my dick on that bitch.
Fuck her till she hiccup. Dick so long she sit up. All up in her thighs. She make me rely. All up in your booty. Girl, you know you truly fucking with the man. And they call me duty. I'm on the stand. Raise my right hand. Shoot off in your eye. Like I'm Pakistan. Down. Down. Up in your ass. Dropping dick like I'm in class. You in the front seat. I'm in the back seat. Dick on your neck. I keep it real neat. Shoot off on your throat. Make your lips choke. Hit you from the back. That's the first note I wrote. Why you looking back at me? I will shoot off in your eye. I will make you wanna cry. Fuck you hard until you die. You a corpse. Then I wake you back up. Give me more head. Even when you're dead. That's all I see. You gotta give me bread. Pay me for my bullshit. Ain't nobody spitting in nobody's mouth. Let me tell you what this about. This about me banging your back out. You hear me? Bend over, switch over, sit over, get over. Make it twerk, and I'ma make it work. Ass start clapping. Take me to church. Me and your body. Let me get first.
Yeah. All day and all night, I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. I'm long, black, and strong. I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. Little booty cutie. I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. Duval County. I represent that bitch. Yeah. Long, black, and strong. I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. A little booty cutie. I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. The Duval County. I represent on that bitch. Yeah. I'm long, black, and strong. I put my dick on that bitch. Where you at? I told you, bring your ass here and give me all that ass. I said, come here real quick. Bend that motherfucker over. I'm about to stick it in you. Run, bitch. You gonna get an elbow to your chin. Yeah, I might be rough. I might be a little bit raggedy, but you gon' get this dick and you gon' love it and call it fancy. In your guts, I'm hitting all them ribs. Put my dick in your heart and call it prime rib. Can you feel it? I'm all up in your insides. I want you to know where I'm coming from. You feel this dick. That's right. Why? Yeah. All day and all night, I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. Long, black, and strong, I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. Little booty cutie, I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. Duval County, I represent on that bitch. gonna set this bitch on fire. You better get your ass together. North Florida. Yeah. All day and all night, I put my dick on these bitches. Yeah. A little booty cutie, I put my dick on these bitches. Where that bitch at? Come here. Come here. Come here.
What is you doing? You gotta get ready for the show. You sitting up here doing work. What is this?
I'm making money, but I'm trying to get some. Hey.
Okay, well get some in the studio so we can go ahead and get ready for the show.
Want some? I'm just asking.
I'll take some.
Get
Since
some.
you're asking, you want me to get some. Ooh, and this is creamy too. You know what? This is nice.
Silky.
My skin is soft, ain't it? Yeah, get some.
Get some.
Get some. Now get in the game room so we can get the studio so we can get the show going.
Okay, I'm
This
going.
is soft though. Yeah, get some. Hey man, hey, come on man, bro. We gotta go ahead and get in the studio, bro.
Yo, check it out though. I gotta make this shot for you so you can get your head right.
Man, if we don't have time to make the shot, we gotta
30
go ahead and
seconds,
do it.
bro.
We gotta
30
go.
seconds, boom.
Listen, you got one already made for me so we can go ahead and get started?
Yeah, I got one right there.
I'm gonna test this one
That's
out
that
for you.
Captain America shot, you know what I'm saying? From Freedom of Signal 27.
Oh man, that is good. You are awesome, man. But listen, finish making the shot in the room so we can go ahead and get everything straight. Ooh, my body hot, bro. That was good. Chill. Man, we gotta get in the studio, man, and do the show, man. Why you sitting in here? You're not even halfway up. Man, give me the remote, bro. Cut this shit off using all my electricity. Got my Netflix on and everything. Cut this shit off. Man, get up. Hurry up, bro. I know you messed up, but you can be unmessed up. Damn, bro. You ain't got nothing to say. Shit. Where David at? Oh.
That's that dedication. 2022, I'm on their neck like a tattoo. Hit them with that King Low. What you wanna do?
Well, listen, man, we gotta get ready for the show. And you using the equipment to rap songs, man. Let's get the thing going.
We are not the same, cause we are not the same.
Bro.
Too much traffic, I built my own lane.
Listen, so you just gonna respond to me when your rap you know what?
Raul is my spirit. You gonna know my name.
Listen, just get ready for the show, man.
All right.
Now, where's Claudine at? Everybody got... Why are you coming down the steps, Claudine?
I'm coming. You know I can't rock out with my crotch out, man. I had to get my clothes on.
Well, I'm glad you put some clothes on so nobody see that crotch now behind that guitar.
Coming, man.
We gotta get ready to get in the guitar, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta get ready for the show. Ain't nobody ready for the show, man. We gotta get... Oh. Come on, man. Everybody, man. Chip don't want to get up and Ed making stuff.
She said she coming. Oh, we gonna have an orgasm on the show.
Ain't nobody making
Like being half ass without no ass cheeks.
I wanna see that magic.
Now listen, man, everybody that said what they do, ain't nobody said what I do. But listen, I am the last Leroy, and we are Jacksonville's #1 live comedy podcast. We are Signal 27.
The best live stream in the city. The Signal 27 Show.
What's going on, y'all? It's the Signal 27 Show. We are back this week because Sunday is Father's Day. And I didn't want to do a show on Father's Day, so I moved it up to Thursday. So if you are watching, we appreciate you for tuning in on this Thursday to get what we got to say. I appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Do us a favor, like, comment, as well as share the show. That's something free for you to do. If you want to contribute and help out and send some money our way, go to the webpage at www.thesignal27show.com and purchase a t-shirt or get yourself a sweatshirt or something. It helps contribute to our beautiful studio where we like to talk this stuff at. You understand what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all. Also, if you want to watch us and listen to us, we're on all of your streaming platforms, and you can also listen to the audio on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. But listen, Google Play.
How did volume just come on?
Yo.
I ain't touched the phone.
Yo.
Y'all saw that, right?
Now we're going to have to cut that out of the audio, son, because somebody want to be a David. You know what I mean? So, but nonetheless, thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and let you know who's on the panel this week. We're going to go ahead and start off with the masculine energy of the show. This week, we're going to start off to the far left. Moving his throat is none other than the Fabler comedian, a.k.a. Fabe, ladies and gentlemen.
What up, everybody? Happy Pappy Day, fellas.
Yeah, light-skinned assassin. And to the left of him is none other than clean comedian, big, round, fat Chip, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on?
Yeah.
He clean.
Is he clean?
Yeah, I had to check.
All right.
Raise your hands if you're sure.
No.
That's what
Like
they're doing.
Nazi.
No. And in front of none other than the Fabler is the great and honorable Jen Weeks, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, y'all, hey.
Hey, yeah. Oh, no, most definitely. We appreciate y'all. And for those who are watching on Instagram, I do like to appreciate you all for also listening and watching the show. Y'all can like and share as well. There's Daryl and Princess and Sean Boston. We appreciate you all for tuning in. Just go ahead and share the show. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk this mess today, but if you're into comedy, we're kind of focusing around the comedy aspects. Every last one of us on this show has done comedy in some form or fashion. So what I want to do is we want to go around the room and get y'all comedy age or y'all comedy birthday. We'll start off with the feminine energy of the show. What did he say? Oh, nonetheless. Jen, how long you been doing comedy, love?
August the 6th, I will be 14 years.
14 years. So you are 14 years old in comedy.
Yep.
There we go. Give it up for 14 years. Yeah. Nobody's good. All right. And what about you, Chip? How long you been doing comedy for? A fat long time.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Wow.
Wow. Go. I would say 16 years.
16 years in comedy. Give it up for 16 years. All right, Fabian, how long you been doing comedy for, brother?
Let's see. You count that year, take one off of COVID, carry the one. Roughly about 8.
8 years. Anytime today, man. So how long?
About 8.
8 years. Okay,
Yeah.
give it up for 8 years in comedy. Yeah,
What's up?
yeah. And I would say it's about 9 years for me that I've been doing comedy for about 9 years. I'm about to hit the 10-year mark, so I'm still in my single digits trying to get up to
Weight wise, oh no.
You
bro.
know what? I cannot.
Bro, you ain't you ain't nothing.
I couldn't let you lie to the people. I just heard that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
That's a damn shame.
All right, y'all. So the first topic of discussion this week, since we are comedians and we're talking about comedy, I want to talk about the business of show. I recently did a show with Bruce. He had his opener, Ira Coleman, on the show as well. And then I'm going to get the name of the feature. I can't remember the name of the feature at this moment. But I was talking to Bruce's son, and he was speaking in reference to putting together a full and complete show, and how certain comedy clubs don't seem to know how to pair comedians with one another to put together a good show. So I want to get y'all opinion on that before I give you my experience as to what happened this weekend. We'll go ahead and start off with Chip. Go ahead.
The energy be low if it's the wrong host, first of all. And they put that dead host in, like you got to build the crowd back up. As a comedian, you know, and the energy level, like that's, you can bring somebody out now. It's up to them, like, to take that energy level.
Take that.
Okay. It's up to them to take it, but being the host is important. Like, it can be up and down. It's all loud. You bring out somebody. Somebody might want to bring.
Daggone stroke.
Is that your technique, bro?
Okay.
You take the tongue side to side. What's your technique?
Oh, yeah. So you want me to go back for you?
He's
Hold
a
on.
vertical tongue. Okay.
Go ahead and go back.
Nah. Everybody ain't for everybody. You got to match that energy of the headliner.
Okay. All right.
And sometimes you might be better than the headliner, but the headliner should be professional enough to know how to handle it. So.
Okay, well, I can definitely agree with that. There's been experiences that I've heard from other comedians when they specify, okay, well, listen, you can't be on the show with me. You too funny. Or you're going to have to get your own show in reference to being funny. And to me, and I've explained it before, if I'm going to have a show, I need for all of the comedians on there to make my job difficult. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I guess
Absolutely.
when you get to a position or a plateau, you don't want to do as much work. You know you're funny, but you don't want to have to put forth so much effort. You just want to do your regular stuff, and it gets the hits instead of actually coming up with new material and new facial gestures and how to work a joke out. Sometimes it gets stagnant, especially when you can sell out 5 shows at $25 a ticket and walk away for 3 nights making what I make in a year. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So,
Absolute
what
facts.
about you, Fabler?
Yo, I want to pair it with what Chip just said, because my very first show as a comedian, I knew nothing about the game other than I got 5 minutes. Unfortunately, the host of the show was inebriated. That messed up the whole show, and thankfully, the person that was producing it, shout out to Chino, he was like, Ed, I trust you. I know you personally, and I know you have funny stories about your life. Give me at least one story between each comic. And that kind of got me into learning how to host. Whereas I wasn't occupying too much time between comics. I wasn't trying to dominate the show and or showboat against the other comedians. So it is definitely something with the host that brings energy to the show. But also, when you're promoting, you have to know your comics material. You can't put me on the show because I'm not doing anything clean. I'm not good for the Bible Belt. Not at all. I will talk about chesticles in church. No pun intended. I will talk about pimps in the pulpit. I will talk about smashing midgets. That ain't something that's gonna fly down here. But in the same token, Leroy likes to talk about family and personal issues. Chips likes to talk about family and personal issues in church. Their routines jive. I love what you do as far as family and friends, and you make it a everyday story that somebody can relate to without having hyperbole to try to jazz up the joke. You three on the show would kill. So the promoters must know who their artists are. I don't care what order you three would perform in. I don't care who opens, who closes, who's in the middle. The show would kill. Promoters need to learn that. And I noticed that does not happen here in Duval. Other cities, yes.
Okay. What about you, Jen?
I think if we're talking about, comedy clubs. So I know you were talking earlier about Bruce, and I've hosted for him like twice. So for him to bring his own people, it makes me wonder what happened. But he can go to any city and they'll just throw up whoever. Because even at Comedy Zone, we used to get a list of who was coming, and you just sign up who you want, even if it didn't go together. Like I've seen people like this don't even go together. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for them, I think it's we just trying to get cheeks and seats. Like if they see the headliner, they coming. But it's the full show from somebody who has produced shows. Like you got to look at the full show. You know what I'm saying? And I've had my ups and downs and success and failures in that too. But I think you have to me, going back to what Chip said, the host, that's the hardest position. Because I swear I love being a feature. Put me in the middle. Because the host and whoever came first and already warmed them up. And depending on where you at, if they've been drinking by the time the headliner get up there, they inebriated, or they tickets coming out for them to pay for their food and they distracted. Let me get right there in the middle. I love that. To me, that's the easiest thing. But for them to be, I've seen people put up hosts that, somebody who's been doing it 3 months and they'll throw up a host. That host got to be on the whole time, because if whatever comment comes up and they done brought the energy down, the host got to bring it back up. You know what I mean? Yep. And when you said about, and I've heard the same thing about people not wanting, I can't add that person to my show because they too funny. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon. But one of the times I worked with him, he said he used to open for Richard Pryor all the time. He said, and Richard told him, "You too funny."
Yeah, buddy.
He told him, "You too funny." He said that's how Diane Carroll ended up opening for him on tour. Because Richard Pryor was like, "I can't have you." He was like, "I can't have them giving the opener a standing ovation." That's what he told me.
Oh, so, wow. See?
Yeah.
Now, go ahead, Chip.
And with the hosting, it ain't the whole show. I think for his hosting, you ain't supposed to take over a show.
Correct. Preach.
You know what I'm saying? Some hosts like, God, dog, it ain't about you when they pay you the host, or if you host the show. It ain't about you. It's about who's on that show. You know what I'm saying? And if the energy gone, then you bring it back up. But you don't do a whole set.
Oh, don't be a host liner. You the host and the headliner.
Okay.
Why you got 15 minutes in between each comment?
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
So as far as my experience this weekend, it was Ira Coleman, who was the opener. Then there was Bryson Brown, who was his feature. And then, of course, Bruce closed the show out. And I was explaining to his son, who does the business part of Bruce. He was telling me, okay, well, this guy from Texas, he was speaking in reference to Bryson Brown. He needs to be here. He fits with what we're doing. And it's good to know that there's somebody that's in your corner that's going to tell you, okay, well, listen, don't put that opener back up no more. He's not the one. You know what I mean? Because it's a show in a whole. Yeah, you're there to see Bruce. People are there to see Bruce. That's the name on the show. But when you go to any other concert, there are other names that are on the concert. And you expect for those individuals that are on the ticket to also be funny as well. But it's the headliner's responsibility because his name is on the billboard. So what does it look like for me to have an opener who is straight butt, and then have a feature who's just okay, and then I come out and kill it? A person is going to walk away from that entire show and said, "I don't know who them first two people were. I could have waited to come in." He's like, that's the reason why I come to the shows late, because so I can skip out on the feature and the opening act and go straight for the headliner, get my 45 minutes, hour plus, and just see who I wanted to see and then leave. You know what I mean? But the entire show, as far as the comedy aspect of it, doesn't negate the responsibility of the club by providing also their services and making sure that what they're providing, since you all are splitting the bill, you provide good service, provide good and decent food, and put together a decent show. I have yet to go to a show where everything kind of gelled together.
Yeah.
You go there and the service is good and it's on time. The kitchen is not in the weeds. But then when the food comes out, you want to have chicken that's good, that's not second or third free re-dipped and to get it hot, and then throw some sauce on it.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And throw some sauce on it and then serve it to the people. And then it's like, okay, that's mediocre. You know, a lot of regular restaurants get a majority of their customers strictly on how good the food is. So if they end up started having entertainment, can you just imagine good entertainment and good food? This is the spot to be at. You know what I mean? But all in all, the show was outstanding. I explained that to his son. I was like, from beginning to the end, the opener reminded me of Chip and myself. Ira, he comes out. I don't want to spill out his whole thing, but he comes out similar to how I do. When I go out on stage, I don't address nothing. I take my time. I do what I do. And people find that to be funny, strictly off of me not even saying anything. You know what I mean? So, and then your feature comes out and he's killing it. He got great jokes and working the crowd. And then you get to see who your headliner is, Bruce Bruce. And I had the opportunity to go ahead and work the music and stuff like that because they asked me to do special stuff as far as playing music in between their sets and things like that. That's a lot for a person who all I do. I'm a comedian. I don't spin records. You know what I mean? So, but in your experience, because I've emceed as well, have there been a time where you felt like, no, I shouldn't be on this particular show? I'll start off with Jen.
Absolutely. Desi Banks. I was like, when they sent us the list, I said, you know what? Let me step outside my box. And it was outside my box. And you know, the game is the game. So the first day I got there, I did the show. And I told whoever was the manager at the time, I said, this need to be just a 2-man show. Let his feature come out, host feature, and then let him up. That's what I told him to do, was new, the manager. The next night I get there, I'm sitting in the back, I'm backstage waiting on the show to start. This dude come back there. He was like, hey, you know where the green room is? I showed him where it was. He was like, you got the key? I was like, no. So a little while later, the manager comes and said, Jen, can I talk to you? I'm like, all right. He said, get your stuff. And I already knew what time it was. They had to call one of their homeboys who did comedy in Tampa and brought them up to host, but they never told the manager. So I got bumped off the show, but I didn't fit. Like, I just did not fit. And I was like, it's cool. I ain't tripping. But yeah, that happens. Okay. It absolutely happens. Like, it just wasn't my vibe. I was like, baby, y'all young. Auntie ready to go to bed. Okay? Y'all young.
What about you, Chip?
Yeah, I would say the show I had with Kenny Howe and Mike Barner, like I just didn't fit because I really didn't. I went into comedy like that, like these are veterans and this crowd is big, and I'm like, what do I say? But I don't think I fit, so not then. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, this will be I can't do the people like that. Like, and then back then, you get that boo, like, it's no telling how far that would have took me. Like, I probably would have hurt my feelings like a bug.
Right. Oh my God.
So
yeah.
I was like, nah, this ain't my crowd. Like, this ain't for me.
No. What about you, Fable?
Only happened once. Dealing with Joseph, he invited some church folks to a show.
And why do I remember this show?
And I don't know what I said to this female because I was not looking at her, didn't even know she existed. But I mentioned the fact that I'm half black, half white, and maybe I don't have all the blessings I'm supposed to. And because she was not into men, she thought that joke was aimed at her and asked me to get off the stage. Wow. That let me know right there are certain shows that my type of comedy does not gel with and certain audiences may not gel with. Thankfully, my brothers was here and they clowned the hell out of her.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Quit being a deal door.
What? A deal door?
Yeah. But that was so weird because I was still new to comedy. That was only like my 3rd year in. Oh, wow. I don't fear getting booed because booed tell you, hey, you know what? That material don't work. Don't do it again. That's a learning lesson for me.
And it might just not work for that crowd.
Exactly. So
you know what I mean?
I start not feeling any type of way about a boo or a silence because, again, we're in the Bible Belt. I know that my potty mouth doesn't work down here. Not that the material is bad. I've gone home to Cleveland and said the same jokes just around family, friends, and a couple people I know that own bars. I fucking killed it.
Yeah. You just ain't on the right shows because I've been to plenty of shows and honey, they wasn't studying the Bible or the bill.
Hello.
Okay. I just
Like
ain't on the shows you get on.
that, the show with me and Leroy. Ooh,
Matter
me,
of fact,
Leroy,
this motherfucker
and-
roasted me on the show once.
What's his name with the fade?
Nick Harvey.
Nick Harvey.
Oh,
and
okay.
Wes.
Oh, that was recent. Yeah.
Yeah, like Leroy, like I don't know what to say to this crowd, but you just kind of get into it, like, nah,
Keep it
just
real.
say something they can relate to.
Yeah.
What's his name? Grandma was off the chain.
Hey,
Ian Auntie.
Auntie.
Yeah. So but I guess I can say it's a couple of things. Okay, that particular show, I was so glad I put it together the way I did because it was a old folks home, and it was the one that it was the one that I reached out to you, Jen. But I wasn't the one that was facilitating the funds. So I was like, okay, well, I have these individuals here. Here's 4 or 5 ways that you can do it. And they picked out who they wanted and was like, okay, bet. Matter of fact, it was Jair and them who has their own insurance company. So shout out to them. So they picked out who they wanted to do the show, but I had Wes close. And Wes killed it in there. But you got to realize everybody who else was sitting in there was also in wheelchairs. You know what I'm saying? So
They was like, this our people.
right.
match made in heaven.
You know what I mean? So it was a good way to kind of deal with that. I would say I didn't fit. I just emceed and I was like, okay, well, I ain't really got to do much other than just kind of entertain and bring the crowd up. Plus, we had some technical difficulties with the speaker that I keep going out after I tested it the night before. You know what I mean? But other than that,
But
I have a issue now. I do not and will not do birthdays, anniversaries, none of that. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because I'm starting to learn that comedy is not conducive in all places. Just because you want a comedian here
Yes.
does not mean that your people are ready to see or engage with comedians. I had got paid to do a show, and I know my material is straight. But when you're doing it in the eyes of individuals who are there to support somebody else, they're not there to really see you. You have to first fight with the crowd to even get their attention. And then on top of that, you got to run material. And it was like, okay, well, no, I'm not good. I'm not doing all of that no more. So if you're watching the show, matter of fact, we're going to cut this off. Boom. I'm Leroy Gordon, a.k.a. the last Leroy. I don't do anniversaries, birthdays, funerals, none of that. So don't call me for that. If you want to put me on a legitimate show, then pay me and I will do the show. But I'm not coming out to no daggone event center. You understand? And try to slang jokes to people who ain't there to see me. They there to support you for your birthday or the fact that, you know, your auntie passed away or something. I'm not doing all of that. So, amen. I got that off
Did
my
you
chest.
wrap up with an amen?
Yeah, you got to do that. So, but I mean, I did a couple of birthdays, and one of them turned out good. But I did this one for he was turning like 45 or whatever, and the woman just messed up the energy of the whole room. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? After that, I told Keith, I was like, after this, I'm not doing it. I don't care about your money or nothing like that. I'm not doing no more birthdays. I don't want to worry about that. I'm not doing no more special events or something like that. If it's not a legitimate show where there's a flyer and I have to go to a place, and then I typically do that. But then I'm starting to learn now that all places, buildings are not built to do comedy.
Acoustics or just wiring or lighting?
No, it's just the space. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it like this, right? I really enjoy working with Dean, okay?
Yeah.
Because he gets stuff done when need be. Is the location as far as like the place where it had the seafood at, where your people don't want to cut the TV off while comedians are going up, or that the stage is down instead of above. So it's stuff
Or
like that.
In a pit.
There's like a beam.
A
or
beam
pole,
or pole that's in the
Yeah.
middle of everything. So certain places, like when you go to the Comedy Zone, you wonder why the Comedy
Telling
Zone
jokes on the
has
side.
No, you wonder why the Comedy Zone has a reputation of being the A+ club here in the city. It's because wherever you're sitting at, you can see what's going on. Even if you're sitting in the back, they do have a beam that's there in the back, but they have it seated to where you can't sit where the beam is at. But everywhere else in that club, you can pretty much see, unless you're sitting like on the sides.
Way on the side.
Yeah, but
Almost backstage.
Yep, you get to see what's going on back there. But nonetheless, other than that, I don't have any problems. So yeah, I will have to say that's where my downfall comes, where I don't need to be on those shows or nothing. Oh, but when I first started too, I first started doing comedy. I did it for a church, and that's part of the second topic of discussion. I'm gonna save that for then. You know what I'm saying?
Well, honestly, it's as a comedian, you learn to know yourself and the stuff you like to do. Like when I first started, I'm gonna take this gig. Let me, let me try this out. Let me get my chops up. But now I'm at a point where I ain't gotta take everything. And I do not want to do your great grandmama's 90th birthday party.
Nope.
You finna do it at, you talking about 8 o'clock. That lady was gonna be asleep at 6. And she ain't got no friends. All of them to go on the glory. So who gonna be there? This for you. You know what I mean? So it's about knowing yourself and not putting yourself in them positions.
Yeah, you definitely can't take anything.
Yeah.
Although you may feel like, oh, I'm just trying to put myself out there. Like, you still got to have integrity to what you know. Because anybody that put you on the show, you be like, oh, I'm on a show with this here person. Oh.
Yeah, and then you have to also realize who else is on the show. Brings back together putting a whole show. You don't want to get on the show and then you find out that the DJ really don't mess with you like that. So
I knew he was gonna bring that up. It was a matter of time. Go ahead, speak on it, bro. Somebody else gonna have to deal with this. Speak on it.
But
Baby!
but the atmosphere was so good there, it didn't even much matter.
And I was so confused.
Except to Leroy.
No,
I
Leroy didn't need no
was so
microphone.
confused. I was
too.
confused.
I was like, oh.
I had no clue.
like, oh.
Yo,
And my stupid behind someone, because Leroy, I'm hosting that night. So I'm like, Leroy. And he's talking about, where the mic? And it's me. No, you get the house mic. You're special. And it wasn't until I got to the back that I realized, well, I said, UNIGGA. Like, I was blown, dog. I was pissed after that. Too. I was pissed.
That was like messy, childish, anything you can say negative like that.
Gorilla.
Be like the 5 Heartbeats when they turn the mics off on them.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
but you got to realize.
But you're a comedian. Now, this the atmosphere.
You got to clown the person doing it.
in. Like, your DJ, somebody might just get clowned. I
Yeah.
mean, it's comedy.
Yo, here's my thing, right? Even still to this day, even though I felt like we might have squashed it, because I do use it as a talking point. It's something that I always use as a talk. I don't say his name. I don't. And when people mention, like, who was it? I was like, it doesn't matter.
Oh, it was
No, during the week you gonna draw a snitch.
Yo, but the people who was there know what was going on.
Yeah.
But even to this day, with me even using it as a talking point about how to deal with the business aspect of comedy, I feel like if I see him on a show, he's going to kind of rub it in the producer's face, stating, okay, this particular person don't need to be on your show because of this and this and this, or make up or fabricate some things like that. So I don't, if I do see that individual on something, I'll be like, oh, okay, well, no, I'll pass. I don't want the money. I don't need it. It was like, is there a problem? No, there is no problem. But if it just so happens to where I don't know who's spinning the records, then I'm cordial and I'm going to work with you, and then I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I mean? So, but it is something that can be learned and understood by comics who are coming into the business, that all individuals that are DJs don't like to be messed with. You know what I mean? Some of them are overly sensitive. You know what I mean? So take that into consideration.
With a lisp.
No, because when I did Bruce show,
I'm glad he put show on there.
Ira Coleman messed with me. Bruce messed with me a little bit. He was like, hey, can you get the hypnotized? And then I brought it on, but then I cut it off too early after he said not to cut it off. So it was stuff like that. You know, oh yeah, but then he messed with me too, right? And then one of the guy, Bryson, he does a bit where he has Kyra, My Neck, My Back. And that was being played off of YouTube. I'm not spinning no records. And then a commercial comes on. A commercial comes on during this. I'm like, yo, I don't. That's not my fault. You know what I mean? He was like, "Dad, you just gonna go ahead," but he was messing with me. I was like, "You know what? I can take it." So,
It's,
Yeah.
and first of all, it's Kaya. You said Kyra? It's Kaya.
is
Go
it
ahead.
Kaya? Oh my!
Yeah, whoever it is.
I knew that. She from down south.
He
I
was on
knew
a
that.
roll. Let him go.
the chick who sang my neck, my back, my coochie, my crack.
Oh my.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't Sexy Red. It's Kaya.
Sexy red. I want to do a
Very
routine
unsexy.
just about her. I want to know when we went from the miseducation of Lauryn Hill to getting our toes sucked, ladies. Not our, but y'all's toes sucked.
No, she got a song called her coochie pink and her booty hole brown.
I know.
But then
Oh my God.
she got a video.
Wow.
She got a video
Looking
that's
for
out
them
where people look at that and they be like,
suck
well,
a
no,
bitch toes.
her booty hole
I've
brown.
been working 6
and-
months on this routine. Let me have it.
and her coochie brown. So, nonetheless,
Her booty hole brown.
yeah, but her coochie brown too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and she looked
And
like
she
young,
want to go down to Miami
and she
and
looked like
find her a hoochie daddy.
and she looked like Young Thug.
That's who it is.
Facts.
Which is that is the funniest trial in life right now. But go ahead.
Oh, the
How did a
Young Thug.
lawyer get arrested for,
Dog.
for not following the rules?
How the people on the stand forget.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah,
That's out of control. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject.
yeah.
You know what? Just drop that case. Put Trump's ass in jail. Let Thug go.
No, Trump about to be reelected, so that's right. No, all right, y'all. So I don't want to keep everybody here too long. I want to go ahead and move over to the next topic of discussion, which is going to be the cheers and the boos. The reason for this is because as comics, we got to go through the ups and the downs of comedy. There's, like we just said, there's certain areas and spaces that we just don't feel comfortable with, and the crowd can kind of feel and read that too. So, we'll start off with this. At what point, when you had felt like, okay, well, yeah, I'm awesome, or I'm doing pretty good at these events, that okay, now you get your first taste of not doing so good? How did you deal with that? I'm not sure which side I started on, so we're gonna start with the masculine side. Fabler, go ahead and let us know what you got going on.
I want to say, for a certain level of comfortability, as far as what I'm saying and what the crowd was vibing to, it's probably like my third show. So probably about 2018-ish. And if it wasn't for a certain level of light skin hate, I would have probably felt more comfortable sooner. But I like to study other comedians and find things that they did that were successful and try to put that into my repertoire. I like props. You know, I saw Carrot Top when I was a kid. I was like, hey, that prop,
like
that
Carrot
worked
Top.
with the joke. Okay, I get it.
You remember when Chip was a big prop?
Yeah, he
A
was
big
one of my
old-
props.
A big old fat.
He was holding the couch down for me. He was keeping the stage balance, actually. It was a little wobbly. You know, and I had to put a mic condom on because somebody's breath smelled like they was eating ass.
Oh gosh.
This is pre-stroke. You can look over here all you want to.
Leroy.
No, but, you know, having a prop here and there helps really define the joke, where you can do a hand gesture and try to sell it. You can walk, you know, we've all seen Cat Williams hump a fucking bar stool talking about he was having relations. Why are those the only standard props that people feel they can use? So by the third time I got to my third performance, I'm like, man, fuck this. Anything is a prop.
Okay.
I mean, that's some comedians like that. Like they use props. That's just them.
Hell, if I knew how to do magic, I'd incorporate that into a routine.
But there's
Jeff
individuals who
Dunham
do
got
that.
puppets.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why not do magic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Chip?
What the question is?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Damn, my bad, y'all.
Yo, so the
No, I was just.
No, I need it. Well, save it till
yo,
it's
so I'm gonna go
my
ahead. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say
turn.
it.
Oh God.
I'm gonna say it now. So, at what point, when you was going through your comedy career, you was getting your cheers up, but then how did you deal with getting those that first or second boo within your career? You know,
When I first started, like the cheers were everything. I never got booed, but I got silent. Just as worse than boos. But
They feeling my joke.
you get to a point where you know what? I'm gonna just be me. It don't matter about the cheers or boos.
Period.
You just gonna do you, and that's where
Absolutely.
I'm at. Like you can't concentrate on that because that will hurt your feelings. Now you get deep into it, but nah, you get to a point where you know what? Y'all gonna like me or y'all not? But I'm gonna say what I want to say.
That's it.
And that's it.
hello. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll drop a Funk Flex bomb for that. I'll drop a chip falling for that.
Damn, he put an Eminem on you talking about a fat bitch that fell down too fast.
I was finna say that.
I cannot
I was
do
finna say that, but you beat me to it.
Hello.
Gravity is not your friend.
Ed, don't think I ain't forget about you talking about the M&Ms. Mr. Yellow M&M.
I cannot.
Yeah. What about you, Jen?
Okay, I wholeheartedly agree with Chip. Like when I first started, okay, the first show I did I think was at my church, so everybody knew me. Of course, everybody was cheering. Okay, but never got booed. But that silence, like, am I up here doing a TED talk? Baby, that thing different. I remember the first time I featured Out of Town, and baby, they were quiet the whole. And I was featuring. I did 30 minutes. Baby, I was like, I'm finna burn this joke book. I'm finna just go back and work my 9 to 5, and that's it. But I'm to the point now, hey, and that's the headliner told me that weekend. He said, you care too much. Get up there and have fun. Enjoy yourself. So I'm gonna give you Jen, period. You gonna like it or you ain't. I ain't for everybody, and that's fine. So I feel like if they don't like my set, you just not my people. You not my tribe. I ain't for
Exactly.
you. But I don't get hyped up on the, oh my God, I love you, or the, I didn't like you. Because if you base your life off of the claps, nigga, you gonna kill yourself on them booze. You know what I'm saying?
We'll have
So,
some medical bills too.
or you know what I'm saying? Because they can like something you do, and then the next thing you know, they don't like it, and now you unfollowed and all that. Don't nobody care. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Unless you got enough money. I'm starting to notice that too. The podcast, I posted a video in reference to my admiration for Ali Sadiq.
Oh,
That's the man.
Yeah. And then,
I love that.
and
Mexicans got on
then,
boots.
and then he ended up collabing with the video.
What?
With him collabing, yeah, this is just recently. So right now the video got like 16,000 views on it. And on top of him collabing with the video, DL Hughley, D-Lay, all of these other videos saw it. All of the other comedians saw it. So the idea of the Signal 27 show, because I had spoken to A-Train at the Comedy Zone, and he was explaining the reason why I made the show claps and boos is because he explained to I was getting ready to stop doing the podcast. I ain't gonna even lie to you. And we've been doing it since 2017. Right. And we've been doing it since 2017, and I've been trying to make the podcast lucrative so that everybody that's on the show can make some type of money. But it's a long, drawn out process. And I was like, at some point, it's like, well, damn, something has to break.
Yes,
I need, shut up.
You talking about Leroy's chair breaking?
Forget both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to cuss y'all out. You notice I haven't said a cuss word this show, so I'm trying to be good, you fat bastards.
There
you
we
know what
go.
I mean? But nonetheless, after speaking with A-Train, he was like, listen, man, sometimes you just got to keep working. Everything is not going to come in your due time. You know what I'm saying? Don't base what's going on now. You have to be doing it for yourself. So I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. And that kind of got me re-energized to continue to move on. Because sometimes you need those small wins to get to the end. You know?
I don't think people know what success is. I think they think success is when you accomplish something. But that's not success. It's what you go
Why
through
you
and how
doing
you
that? You
handle
know
it.
you're on the camera, Ed.
Is what you go through is how you handle
Doors, boxes open.
it. But a lot of people don't know what success is. They might be in the movie, do this here, and they think they made it. But that's
It's
not
different
success.
for different people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's definition is different.
Okay, well, on top of that,
like that.
what would you consider your ideal vision of success? Go ahead, Chip.
Me, how you go through something and what's the outcome of it? Do people view you as, I knew you were gonna make it, but do people view you as if you looking at a lifetime story and be like, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's what you went through, but you didn't go over it, you didn't go on it, you went straight through it.
Okay.
You know, and that's the success part of it.
Oh, well, I look at you. You haven't gone.
He's successfully eaten everything he's ever seen.
Hello. Yeah.
I cannot.
What about you,
I
Jen?
forgot my toothpick. Come on, Ed.
I think when it comes to comedy or whatever, as far as success, and I was feeling that way. Like literally, I was about to lay it down. Like this year, like I'm good. I'm gonna wrap this up. You know, cause one of my homeboys called me, what did he call me? Jacksonville Jen. And I was so mad. I was so offended. I was like, I don't want just Jacksonville to know me. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly feel like if you look at success from people, you know, we're too close. We too accessible. So people feel like you got to move out of town and all that. But for me, I wanted to do comedy. I wanted to travel. I have done that. I still have stuff on my vision board that I haven't accomplished yet, but I've done that. I've made people laugh. I've brightened people's days. Like I've lifted weights off of people. They've come to shows, ain't know what they was going through, but afterwards they'll say to me, you know what? That changed my perspective. That made me feel better. So for me, being able to do that and just enjoy myself and feel like I'm in my purpose, that's success for me. Like I want to still be able to go in Walmart and y'all not have to shut it down because I'm in there. You know what I mean? Like I want to be real regular, but run me them checks.
Check your deck and quack quack.
So, what about you, Fable?
Kind of what Jen said, you know, coming up in life, I've set goals for myself as a youngster, and I've accomplished many of them. I've also stepped outside of my comfort zone and tried things I would never have dared to do as a youngster.
Oh, you must have been.
Such as being on stage and telling jokes
people.
and not giving a flip about their opinion. Getting over that, not being able to speak in public. That was the first one. After that, it was gravy. There are so many things I've done just from the confidence of comedy that gave me confidence to do other things and not have fear of failure. I'm a success. Even if it's small things, like us with the club we had downtown. My name's not on the paperwork. Yeah, I was part of that. So in my mind, I'm part of a group of people that own a nightclub. I was one of the performers. Hey, I even attended bar there. Damn, my resume looked good in my head. But to me, that's not something I could ever have pictured myself participating in ever. I didn't have the huevos when I was a kid to do that. Now it's like, fuck it. Put something in front of me, I'm gonna try it. Pause.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, see now I
Put
know.
Leroy as the background.
Make sure that pause was in there.
Okay, so now I have to reevaluate because now I have to think about because now that my vision of success is being able to replace my job with what I like to do. That's it. That's the beginning. Okay, so the things that I do right now, as far as acting, podcasting, audio engineering for podcasts, shut up. All of the stuff that I like to do. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, you slid that one in there real nice. But all of the things that I like to do and enjoy doing, I wanted to supplement my income here. But for most of us, all of us have, outside of Chip, we all have a job.
Full-time.
You know what I'm saying? Full time. So when we
Full-time job.
Staying alive is a full-time job, bro.
staying alive.
I got a full-time job.
Yeah.
Eating a thigh.
Y'all,
So is it,
listen here. Y'all chose to get a 9 to 5. And I just chose to get a 9 to 5 in a different way.
Eating thighs and fries.
True.
Really, nigga?
Look at me being all supportive, true.
Yo, but as far as that goes, and going back to the topic prior, because I don't think I answered the question. As far as the booze now, you're right. That silence is deadly. Somebody alarm.
Edward.
Snitching.
Fire.
Yo, so when I first started doing comedy, I got brought into doing comedy by Jason Granger, right? So we went up to
Shout out to Bumpy Johnson.
Oh my God.
Yo, I'm okay.
Leave killer alone.
He told me I look like a honey dripper. Fuck that. I've been stuck on that honey dripper for 5 years.
Yo,
Don't tell me I look like Hulk sperm and Gatorade.
hey, listen. We went down to Miami to do a comedy show, and it was a comedy competition.
To Miami.
Then we come back here, and I get booked because I'm in a play with the guy from, I can't remember his name, Tony. Well, he was in the Tyler Perry movies.
Okay.
On the Tyler Perry plays. Tony Grant. I was in there. I was in a bunch of plays with Tony Grant, and then the lady who was in the play asked me to do comedy. On the comedy show was Osric, myself, another fat guy, and I can't think who the MC was. But nonetheless, the opening act did something. I was in the middle. Osric came up after me, and then there was the other guy who was usually do a show with Funny Bone, but he didn't do it the year that I did it. So we do the show, and I'm doing my set that I did in Miami. This is the first thing, and boy, if it was really, really quiet. I'm talking about it was. It was.
How quiet it was.
It was. It was that kind of quiet, and then I was like, okay, and tell you the truth, and it's been 9 years, and that church that's on the west side, that sound like the one what's the fat guy who's with P Diddy?
Why is it always a fat dude?
Biggie.
No, what's the fat guy? That's with Diddy, the church pastor. I can't think his name.
Oh, T.D. Jakes.
Oh yeah, what's T.D. Jakes' church name?
Take that
Shut
dick
up.
evangelistical.
Have you ever been swallowed?
No, but nonetheless, they have done. I would assume that they have done comedy shows, but
Part
they,
of the house.
Preacher.
but yeah, they have never called me back again.
Duh.
They have never called me back again. And then what's crazy is that I recently saw that the church that I used to attend, they did a comedy show. Akintunde and Nick Harvey and all of them was on the show. Another guy who I don't know, I haven't seen before, and they didn't reach out to me at all.
You don't pay tithe.
You know, I know I used to pay tithe.
Your
I just-
tithe done ran out for them.
No, but I think
Still
at some
say used
point,
to.
I think at some point
I keep money
they
long.
realize that what they see on social media might not be conducive to what they do at church. But when I tell people I'm 3 C's of comedy, I do clean, I do corporate comedy, and I do club comedy. Just choose which one you want, and I'll bring it. So, but you know, they don't want to take the chance.
Yeah, some of them ain't gonna give you that chance.
So how do you, if somebody, a church wants to book you, but they looking on your Facebook and they don't see nothing that looks church-ish or what they would, you know what I'm saying, what they would feel would be conducive to church. Like, do you have, you got a YouTube link you give them to them, or like?
I
what do
have
you do in those-
on my YouTube, I have a categorized playlist. So if they were like,
Gotcha.
okay, well, listen, I have the stuff that I put out from some time ago when I first started, and that
And you
was
know
clean.
they don't want to search. They don't want to.
Queen
They
Bee.
don't go back and look.
But if I
Hit
when
that
I
nail on the head, y'all.
when I get any kind of request from a church or whatnot, I send them the playlist of all of this stuff that I've done clean or Christian related. So they have this ideas like, and I tell them up front, I was like, thank you for considering me. I appreciate that. But before I do so, here is what I do fully. And if it fits what you're trying to do. And typically they will they're only going to say yes or no.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm the 3 C's of comedy. Here's my resume. Here's all of the Christian stuff that I've done. And if it fits your mold, then so be it. But be aware, I do have other aspects that I deal with. So which one you going to do?
Which a lot of them do, and some of them they think that people. I'm like, these headliners, or there's even people who are online that are completely clean, but then when you see them in public, because I didn't know Shula King or Tony Bell, I didn't know none of them, but you see their show. So I think I don't know. I think they look at So I think they look at the social media because they're not gonna go sending all them links and all that. I'd be like, I'm not doing all that. But hold up, Queen B said they don't want to pay your worth. Are you talking about churches specifically? Because I said specifically, because baby, I got to say
Thought
baby,
there was an ocean in here.
It's a church in downtown that still owe me for about 10 years ago. Okay, we gonna pay you when you come do the funeral. No, I'm not coming. Run my money.
Yeah. No, I make sure now that I get paid up front. I'm not about
Hello.
to play these games. Before I get on that stage, I should have everything that I need in my pocket. If it's
Period.
not in my pocket by the time I get on stage and it's time for me to get on stage, then you're not going to see me on stage. So after that, that's it.
I don't
just
get why
business.
churches don't book local. You want them to do everything else, but they won't book you, and they'll book somebody from out of town. And when you know that person from out of town, now how they look.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I think when it comes to churches, it's all about what it looks like to them. So if you can,
Not
if you,
chicken. I ain't talking about
no,
church
I'm just saying.
chicken.
No, what I'm saying is that if a church and you know it's a pretty big church, let's say it's church, what do you call it,
Bethel.
Bethel or whatever it is, and they end up paying a certain amount of money with the tithe to bring in a high name Christian comic, let's say like Akintunde or Chocolate or anybody who is considered to be a Christian comic. Now they have the look of bringing in high dollar amount Christians to their to their congregation. So now people feel like, oh, it's worth coming here because when I pay my tithe, they go after the bigger name people. They might put a local person on there like they did at Impact. They brought in Nick Harvey, but Akintunde is pretty much known nationwide. So look at it like that, and it could be because of the relationship, but I don't know all of that. So at the end of the other day, it's all about the appearance also. You know what I mean? It would be nice if your local churches would support and do local comedy for their congregation, but at the end of the day, their
And some of
congregation
them do.
gonna
It's
be
a
like,
business.
Some of them
Yeah.
do though.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
just
a business.
it hasn't been a full show of local comedians at your church.
Oh no.
Yes,
full show, no.
yeah, we did that when I think it was David, Claudine, me at Wayman South.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we did that.
No, okay. Well,
Philip,
then-
our cousin, did a show too. When you on that show? No, it was me, Leroy, Oz. Yeah, they had it, but a couple of them do. But I think that's people in general. They not gonna, just like Queen saying, they gonna pay for that out of town person. But I'm like, y'all putting all this extra money out. Y'all gotta pay for their hotel. Y'all gotta pay for their travel.
Yep.
We right here. We gotta come from across town. But it's the look. They not
And
gonna pay.
some of 'em
They
funny.
not gonna pay a person that they feel like is accessible. I can get you anytime. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Yeah.
And they scared of you
Bougie clout chasing.
Why would you say they
bastards.
scared?
because they feel like they don't know what you're gonna say.
They
Oh,
really,
but-
we
because
don't know
they-
what half these pastors don't say when they get up there.
Exactly.
Right, you got cussing pastors now. They'll cuss you out and praise the Lord. I do it. I'm no pastor, but I'll do it. I cuss you out in the name of the Lord.
I ain't finna play. I ain't finna play.
I
Like
ain't
that.
gonna play. God is
Not me.
omnipresent. I tell them right then and there. God is omnipresent. If you come to any of my shows and you want to pray, go ahead and pray for me. Pray for me. But then at the end of the day, if you do something stupid, I'm gonna cut you out. God knows what I'm about to do. You know what I mean? And I stand on it. You ain't no hell that you can put me in. Hello.
Ain't no heaven and hell. They put you in.
Come on, Deke.
Hello. So, but other than that, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I got when I didn't get them, it was quiet. I'm telling you right now, I thought for sure, but I'm glad.
That's
I'm
messed
glad.
up, old head.
Yo, when Osric was like, "Listen, you need to go to the Comedy Zone, bro. It sounds like you got good material. You just need more stage time." And I was like, "Bet." And I was there. And then you know how the devil. And you know how the devil try to sneak up on you through the white people. White person came up to me and said, "I didn't think you was gonna make it. Yeah,
Wow.
I just saw what happened. Now I'm funnier than you."
Say it, son.
Yo, but
Was that you with a J at the front?
Wait, that was,
you?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a Jew and a you.
Yeah. All right, y'all. The Signal 27 show is now focused on going on with things comedy. The next podcast is going to be in 2 weeks after the 16th. Forgive me, I don't know what date that's going to be. I think that's the 29th. We'll be doing the show on that Sunday. Just want to let you all know the topic of discussion for that particular show is going to be comedy, the etiquette of comedy. And the reason why I say that is because you have individuals that are openers, features, and headliners that do things that that is inappropriate of
Wow.
a comedian to do while doing comedy.
yeah,
you
like,
know what
you
I
gonna
mean?
act like you don't see that light.
Like
Right.
talking about your junk in front of a bunch of lesbians.
Okay.
You don't act
Right.
like you don't see that light.
Or just hitting on the wait staff.
Or
Yeah.
other comedians.
Right.
Oh, I might need to be here for this because
Drink.
male comics, you cannot pay us in penis. A cash app me, sir.
Hello.
You gotta clap while you do
Sorry,
that.
but
You
all right.
cannot pay us in penis. or chip.
No, thank you.
Right. So, and
Pour me
then
these
what was
coins.
it? Just to bring some insight to what we're going to be talking about 2 weeks. And Jen, if you would like to come back, by all means, you always have a chair. So if you want to come through, just let me know. But
Please be here, 'cause I
just in
can't be
reference
here.
And
to
alcohol.
just in reference to what you were speaking in reference to Hope Flood when we did her conference, she tells that to all of the ladies: do not have relations with
Yep.
any of these male comics out here. You know what I mean? And it's crazy how that even has to be something that has to be said. Why would she have to warn
Yeah.
y'all to go out? And,
I went when she
Sandy Willis?
the first year she did, what is it, 2012? The first year she did it was all women, and I went to it, and that was the first thing she said, the first thing Lunel said, and Sinbad came, and she was like, "You have anything to say to them?" That was the first thing he said. I was like, "Nah, how all these?" The first thing they said, "Don't sleep with these dudes. Do not sleep with these male comics." That
See?
was the first thing they said.
All right, so that's gonna be the gist of our show in 2 weeks. Jen, you're definitely invited to come out to that.
And thank you.
And then I want to get another female. I want to get some more female energy. So we'll talk to see if Claudine is going to be available for that particular show, and then you all will be the female energy. What about you, Ed and Chip? Y'all be
You
there.
got female energy all the time.
Oh yeah. I'm a lesbian.
My apologies to all the fans and the crew here at Signal 27. I
You
will
got to
not,
apologize.
I will not be able to be present for that show. I'm gonna go see some relatives.
Okay.
You gonna get the suntan.
Ain't no suntan where I'm going.
You gonna come back my color.
Old head
devil
Roddy
is a lie.
Rod, sir.
He can't.
I told you not
is
to
it?
open up Pandora's box.
Yeah.
I was trying to warn you.
Old head is
You looked at me
something
like
else.
I was crazy.
You
Well, I
said
am.
sweetheart. That was up his alley. He gonna cook you some. He gonna cook you some tomatoes.
Some spaghetti with freshly unsqueezed tomatoes. Macaroni, cheese, and tomato. That boy, black and white. He Ed, number 2. yo. So, and
I ain't gonna respond to nobody who will
Milk the
man purse.
head,
hell
5
nah.
o'clock shadow, rim around the head, looking mother. How you gonna say he? Oh man, no. Don't
your
associate me
feelings
with
hurt?
an old head.
Your feelings hurt, Ed?
He taller than me, man.
How your feelings hurt, Ed?
I don't know if I have feelings that can be hurt. This nigga put the bad. I can't take this shit anymore. You people keep talking about me like I'm not here. Oh, the music went off.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So I want to thank all of y'all for tuning into the Signal 27 show. Before we leave, I want all of the comics to go ahead and plug what they got going on. We'll start off with our special guest, Jen Weeks. What do you got coming up, Jen?
The July 19th, where are we? We at Breeze's. What is it? Sundresses and linen? I don't know. I should know this stuff. But anyway, Fat Cat, Dean Roberts is putting on. So we are at Breeze's on the 19th. That's the show. Other than that, I got hostings and I got some birthdays and family reunions to do in between that. But yeah, July 19th.
All right, July 19th. If y'all go ahead, get y'all tickets now. Go out there and support. What you got going on, Chip?
Stroke Talk, my comedy special, August 24th. I will be at. It will be at the Elks Lodge. I will be there too.
Sorry, I got excited.
You can get your VIP tickets or you can get your cheap tickets. VIP do come with early entry, 6 to 8. It come with a dinner, and you can mango whatever you want, and it come with a table. The $25 tickets, just chairs, so you can sit there and watch.
chairs.
So that's up to you, but it will be August 24th. You can go to Eventbrite, or you can hit me or DM me for tickets. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for
there.
those church announcements.
Hello. What about you, Fable?
Hey man, next show anybody put on after his stroke show? How come I ain't bartending? That's what I want to know.
You got your bartender's license?
Where we bartending at? You gotta have a license at the Elk Lodge, cause
They sell.
They
it.
have
No,
their
they
own
sell
bar.
their own bar.
Yeah, they ain't playing that.
Unless you go work for them, you can talk to the old nigga that's in
yeah.
there.
Old people don't like competition, bro.
Bro, you
Especially
go in there and help him out.
younger,
Mr. Ernest will come
better
out there.
competition.
Mr. Ernest come out there and be like, who this white
He
nigga out
sound
here
like one of
trying
them
to...
sugar daddy dudes that be having the shorties come through in the first of the month. Mr. Ernest.
Yeah.
Anyway, yo, check me out on YouTube. That's Denerium Presents. That's DANNERIUM. The word presents. And you will see a plethora, that means a lot, of mixed drinks. I do layered drinks. I do regular drinks. I even mix some comedy in, like actually us performing on stage comedy on some of the other videos. So you get to see the full gambit of Signal 27 with just the Fabler and the drinks, as well as the rest of the crew.
All right. Well, congratulations there. Y'all make sure that y'all go out and check out Denerium on YouTube. He got all of his drinks and stuff out there. If you would like the Tipsy Bartender, correct?
I might be a cheaper version of them, but yeah.
No, okay. Go out and get your cheap bottom of the barrel Tipsy.
I didn't say it was whale drinks. I just said it's cheaper to book me than him. You ain't drinking no cheap. Yeah.
Facts. Cheaper to get you. All right.
His ass was. Peter, you gotta drive.
Yeah. So what I got going on, the next show, because I haven't heard anything from the Comedy Zone, but my next show is going to be at Majestic Life Church. and it's going to be with the Straight Foolish Comedy Show.
Yeah.
That's going to be at Majestic Youth Center and Events. Tickets are $25 in advance and $30 at the door. It's going to be Saturday, June 22nd in Orlando. So anybody that's in Orlando and you share this with individuals in Orlando, please send them there to get their tickets. The doors open up at 6:30, pre-show at 7. Comedy show starts at 8. The address is 821 South Kirkman Road, Orlando, Florida, 32811. Myself and another slew of comedians are going to be on the show, hosted by none other than Curtis Bateman. So this is going to be a really, really funny show.
Shout out to Curtis Bateman.
Right. So, and then for all of y'all that don't know, we already have the winner of
MS kicking
last
in.
year's show that's in here. Jen Weeks had won the show. There we go.
Now I will. One thing about Curtis Bateman, he puts on a show. The graphics are on point. The payment is on point. Like the whole, y'all can go out because he do like a fashion show. It's plenty of vendors. It's a whole vibe. It really is.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate that because Chip was the one who got me involved
Damn,
with
nigga,
that.
how many chips you eat?
No.
Your name got to have more than one chip.
I give it up to Chip. I appreciate it, man, for putting me in contact with them. I've been saying I wanted to get outside of Jacksonville because Jacksonville really doesn't not respect, but I can't
You
think
just
of the
done
word.
too much. That's all.
No, it's not even
This ain't
doing
a
too
comedy
much. I
town,
haven't.
bro.
If I was able to, if I had done too much, that means I should be able to put my name on a billboard. People be like, "Oh yeah, I like that nigga," and I'm gonna go see him. But I can't
here.
put. Man, come here.
Even if they like you, they ain't gonna put that billboard up.
They not gonna put
How
the
many of y'all
billboard
knew
up.
Just Hilarious was here and Martin Lawrence was here like 10 days ago? Exactly.
Well, I knew Ali Siddiq was here on Friday, and I knew Bruce was here over the weekend at Comedy Zone. So it's not about. It's
advertising.
Yeah,
bro.
it's all about your advertisement. You know what I mean? So
Minority advertising don't happen in this city. Monster Truck Jam, you know 3 months in advance. The Monsters of Rock, you know 6 months in advance.
But then that's an issue with the marketing of your marketing team. I know anytime that Kevin
Revelation
Hart
of the
getting ready to
marketing
do
team.
something, or anybody that got something going on at the Veterans Memorial Arena, you do know kind of in advance of what's there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, it's all about making sure you have supporters that is going to bring more people out to be able to support you. So my goal right now, since I kind of started this whole process, is for me to also do a comedy special. So in the month of December, and this is my first announcement, the month of December.
Exclusive.
I like that. I'm gonna have to get
Heard
you
it first.
I'm gonna have to get you to say that
27.
again. You know what I mean? So I'll be putting together a comedy special. I want it to be at the comedy club. It's going to be at the Comedy Zone. It's going to be called Anger Management.
Go!
So
Like he don't have these on
Can we talk about the former manager of that establishment that told comics that I've been doing this for 35 years and I can't help you at all? I just want your money for this class. Can we talk about that motherfucker?
oh, you posing? He was never a comic. He was the owner of the
Wasn't the
entire
owner or
establishment.
manager either.
But he was part owner of the Comedy Zone, the name. So if you look at the main comedy club in North Carolina, Comedy Zone, you would actually see pictures of him on the website. And then that's what I've learned. So he put
That
it,
made me angry as a comic not wanting to perform there.
right, but I mean it.
Well,
he
it's
found,
open now.
Right, it
You
is
can go up there
open.
now.
But the thing about it is that he found a way to get a lick without having to tell the government about the taxes.
Facts.
So you want to make a quick $1,000 over the weekend? You know what I'm saying? Let me hold a class, get people to pay $200, and then I can get to pick and choose who are going to be on my stage who respect the stage. I know.
Or kiss his ass.
What do you say?
Godfrey?
Rest the Dead. No, Rest the Dead. Foxy Guns had done it 3 times. And then she asked me about it, and I told her right up front. I said, Foxy, first of all, I commend you for coming out. I would tell you that you shouldn't have wore that bodysuit, and you shouldn't. Your makeup. You I was like, you want the truth or you want me to lie to you? This is what she asked, and she was like, I want you to tell me the truth. And then after that, she never showed back up to one of the podcasts because I guess she didn't like it. She wanted to do her own thing. But I told her, I was like, listen, dress modestly. You don't need to be dressed. People are going to be looking at you sexually instead of respecting what you got to say. But I told him. Plus, I said your makeup made it look like what you are now, and she,
Casket ready?
yeah, she was. It was, but bless her
She
heart.
was always nice to me. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
she
say
was
nothing.
always nice, you know.
Actually polite, respectful, and nice.
But other than that was
other light
about it.
skinned dude that sit right here though, that's a different story.
We're not
She
going to even
quiet.
bring up. We're not going to even bring up that one. He's not here to defend himself, so I don't want to bring that up.
Hey
All
man,
right,
we
y'all.
light skinned dudes got to stick together. Solidarity, bro. Turtle
So
knuckles.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Signal 27
gonna
show.
get you.
The audio for the Signal 27 show is going to be going up in roughly around 24 to 48 hours, and you can listen to it on all of your live streaming platforms. In the meantime, if you want to tune in, you can always go live in our chat. We'll go ahead and look over the things just like what happened today. We mentioned Queen Bee and all other individuals who are in the chat. If you go live with us, we'll mention what you have to say. If you want to help and donate and help out the podcast, of course, I said it before, go to www.thesignal27show.com and support us by purchasing a shirt, take a picture of it, and send it to our Gmail address so that way we can put you within our slideshow of supporters that really rock with the Signal 27 show. And just a reminder, we are Jacksonville's #1 live comedy podcast. Who are we? We we messed that up.
Oh, y'all messed that up.
Yeah, then we got to do it again. We are Jacksonville's #1 live comedy podcast. Who are we?
Signal 27.